Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm back. It's been about a month, probably a little bit longer than that. Probably one of my biggest breaks yet. Didn't plan on taking a long break like that, but here I am. Today I just wanted to talk about a couple things, what I'm going to be doing with this channel, what I've been up to, things like that. So you may notice that video quality is hopefully a little bit better. I'm using my DSLR camera, which I've used in the past, but it's always, I'm not a videographer, so it's always been kind of just something to play around with. So the video quality should be better. For Christmas, I got a light for this, so hopefully the lighting's a little bit better. And I did also get a microphone, although I found that I'm having a little bit of trouble with getting the microphone audio levels to not sound like shit, basically. So the audio might be terrible for this, but there's so much work involved with using this camera that if it's bad, just deal with it for this video and I'll try to fix it for the next one. So, anyways, hopefully that's good. I enjoy using these. It's just a pain in the ass setting everything up, and then the battery dies or run out of space or whatever, and it takes a very long time to upload these files to YouTube because they're huge. Um, but I hope that you enjoy this. I'm gonna be trying to use this camera going forward. So I took a long break, as I just said, and I did that because, as I've said before, sometimes I have things that I want to review and that I want to talk about, and I do. I have some colognes I'd like to review for you. Just nothing stuck out to me and really like grabbed my attention. I guess I could say nothing really made me so interested that I wanted to make a video. And you know how I am. I'm not going to make a video if I'm not really feeling it. I know I could make a video and just bullshit it, but I don't do that for you guys. I can't, I just can't bring myself to make a video unless I'm really, really interested. And unfortunately, this past month, I don't want to say I'm falling out of love with fragrances. We all go through these, little phases and everything, but I just haven't been as into it as I have been in the past. But now I'm starting to feel more interested again, and I'm starting to get back on the wagon, basically, or so to speak. So that's why I'm coming back, and I've been busy with a couple other things, but whatever, life gets in the way. So that's that. And then the other thing, and this is something that might sound a little bit strange the way that I processed it in my head, but I've had actually a little bit of a hard time thinking about this and if I was going to say this or do this. I wanted to start doing different things on my channel, talking about different subjects. Like I've talked about things I like, movies and video games, two huge hobbies of mine. Music, that's my career. These are huge, huge hobbies of mine. Fragrances are just one facet of my list of hobbies. And I thought about for a while, really kind of almost silly, like I really wanted to do videos talking about reviewing video games I've played and movies and things like that. But I was afraid that if I were to do that, and I could, because YouTube's metrics and algorithms and everything are so fucked up beyond belief at this point, you know, again, I'm not trying to make money by any means, so I'm not really worrying about that. But I'm worrying about like viewer engagement and things like that. That if I were to switch and start, in addition, talking about video games, for instance, that some people watching my channel would get pissed off that I'm not talking about fragrances anymore or exclusively and leave. I know that's not the case. I know plenty of you people have other hobbies and fragrances too, and you'd probably enjoy hearing me talk about some video games and films and stuff. But in the back of my head, for some reason, I was just a little worried that if I did that, people would get pissed off and never watch me again, and no one would watch me. Or sometimes people say, oh, well, you should make that a separate channel. Well, I have a lot of things I'd like to talk about on this channel, and I'm not going to make a separate channel for each hobby. So, what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to do this from now on, I am going to talk about other things and fragrances. I'm going to talk about, like I said, video games, films, some music maybe, and a couple other things, whatever comes to my mind, because I want to. It's going to be a good thing for a couple of reasons. It's going to allow me to make more videos, to upload on a more regular basis, which I know I hate saying it, but is good for keeping people interested in seeing my videos, but also people enjoy that. I think I certainly do, um, and there's just going to be more things for people that watch me to enjoy. I'm sure a lot of you guys have the same hobbies as me. I think that, and I think that I can say this with a bit of modesty, that I've become much more comfortable in front of the camera since I started. I was a little awkward at first, and I kind of had like a fuck it kind of attitude, like a screw it, I'm just gonna do it the way I want. And I still don't worry, I still have that attitude that like I don't do jump cuts, I don't, I trip over my words sometimes, I repeat myself. That's a big one. But I like that. That's my style. But I do want to um, go forward and get a little better. And I think that I have become a little more comfortable in front of the camera and speaking and things like that. So I think that I personally would love to talk about these things, and I think that my added confidence or maybe more comfort, or if you will, is definitely going to help me with that. If you remember back in October, I had mentioned a couple times on videos, and again, I was really worried to like try to push this because I was afraid it was going to turn people off. I had made a podcast about horror films, and I was like, that was like a bucket list thing for me. I know it wasn't high quality and like nobody watched it or listened to it, but I don't care. That for me was super satisfying, just to make it. And that's something that I could have just turned into a video and put on my channel, or just could have done audio and put on my channel. Because I was having upload limit issues with SoundCloud and all sorts of nonsense like that. YouTube would have been fine. I just, in the back of my head again, I just felt like, oh, I shouldn't do that. That's something that I could have put on here and would have been fun. I'd love to continue that now, I think, and put that on there. Continue talking about movies and stuff. So yeah, I hope I don't come across a little bit maybe rude on this, like fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want. But I'm going to continue to expand and do different topics. I hope that you enjoy these topics and these things that I talk about and can look forward to them. I think probably fragrances will continue to be the main focus of the channel. Probably will be what I do the most of. But I don't know. I'll never get rid of fragrances on this channel. Don't worry about that. I will always talk about fragrances. I love them. And geez, I should be really quick about this. Hope the video is good too, because I ain't doing this shit over. It takes a long time to do these on this camera. So like I said, this one's probably going to be really screwed up from a technical standpoint. My buddy Daniel San, I talk about him a lot. He wanted me to do a video, a tag about talking about how I feel about YouTubers making their own fragrances and stuff. So I think that will be one that I'm going to do soon. But that made me think, because I've started to kind of get into making my own fragrances, and I'm not like gonna go sell fragrances or anything. This is just for personal use, for my own enjoyment. But I got a couple, supplies to make my own fragrances, and I want to make stuff that's very natural smelling, like lavender and pine, things like that. So that's something I'm kind of toying with right now. Maybe I'll document that. A couple fragrances I would like to review for you guys. A couple fragrances I really want to try. I don't know if I can get my hands on them right now. A lot of the Happy Land Studio stuff, I really want to try that stuff. That just, all of it looks amazing to me. I think that's probably, if we're going to be completely honest, where my interest in fragrances. All I care about right now is trying the Happy Land stuff. I have so many fragrances that I have fragrances for fucking years, right? I'm not going to run out of fragrances, so I don't really need to get any more. But I would love to try the Happy Land stuff. I love the idea of it. I love the small creator kind of stuff. That's that with fragrances. I've been playing some video games that I'd like to review. Doing some work stuff. Working on a show right now. So that's what's up with me. What I've been wearing lately, real quick, I guess I could say, Burberry London, my favorite, of course. Been wearing that. I've been wearing L'Homme a little bit. I've been wearing Obsession by Calvin Klein. And I've been wearing La Nuit de L'Homme, which is one that I think I unfairly said I really didn't like back in the day.